Money and You is sponsored by Elise Chocolate, the almondy toffee chocolate.
Hi everyone, welcome back again. Watching our show, Money and You, on Channel 4, Shaw TV, Vancouver. I am Richard Cole, your host for today. And our show is about how to make more money, how to start a business, and how to stay in the business. And we invite business experts and we invite business owners to come and talk about their experience and the experts to give their know-how, right? And then there will be investment experts that will also come out and give us some tips to make more money. So if you have any suggestions or any questions, email us. The email address is moneyandyu, K-O that is, @gmail.com. And you can also catch us on YouTube under Money and You. Before we start the program, I would like to talk a little bit about the money tidbits. Today's topic is how to get the right accountant for yourself. How to make your accountant make money for you, right? I hope that you guys are going to enjoy it just as much as I do. Now, this is something that's very close to me because I've been at it for 30-odd years. And my clients have been very, very happy with the suggestions I gave them. And they make good money with my suggestions. So I hope that you share that. And first of all, I want to define, an accountant because there are so many different titles for accountants. There's a CA, which is a chartered accountant. There's CGA, the Certified General Accountant, and a CMA, Certified Management Accountant. CA basically is the system expert. They audit the system and they fix up the systems. Right? CGA, the Certified General Accountant, is basically a general accountant that help you to run your company, do the accounts payable, control the accounts payable, accounts receivable, and, payroll and all that, and also internal control. For the CMA, they are basically certified management accountant, and they are the industrial accountant. They look at the cost. How much does it cost to manufacture something? So they're all kind of different, but the courses are more or less the same. Now, a lot of people talk to me and say, accountants are basically for financial statement presentation and income tax preparation. Well, it's really more than that because the courses we have taken, most of them are in business and only a small portion of them is in income tax and financial statement presentation. So accountants nowadays are really being underutilized. So how do you get the accountant to work for you, to make money for you, right? First thing you have to do is look at the cost versus benefit, right? Don't really look at the cost only because the benefit is the most important thing. Second thing you want to make sure is that he knows about your business. If you're in manufacturing, he knows about the manufacturing business. And the third thing, very, very important, he's willing to do research for you because we don't know it all, right? And there are times that we have to do research on tax or business kind of issues. So if the accountant is willing to do that, hire him. Make him your part-time CFO, right? Meet with him monthly. And this is the same thing you do with other areas, just like the social media that we'll be talking about later on. You want to invite them to join your team so you form a very strong team, so that you can make money with this team, right? And most businesses, those growing businesses, the number one problems they have is not that they have lack of sales, it's because there's too much business for them, because they don't know how to control the cash flow, and they fail because of that. Another good one is a dragon's den, right? Most people failed because of their valuation, because they don't have a wealth building program, to help them, to direct them where to go, right? And a wealth building program should consist of goals, cash flow control, needs and wants budgeting, and the most important thing, self-discipline policies. Now, if you have everything all together, you're going to have a very strong team, and you're going to make money. If you have any questions or anything, you want to find out more about it, go to my website, cashflow4u.ca. Well, this is what I leave with you. So if you have any question, come to me again, okay? Now, I would like to introduce my guest today, Mr. Guy Steves. He's a very, very, sorry, he's a very, very seasoned speaker. I have attended a lot of his seminars, and a lot of seminars he conducted is with the Small Business BC. So if you want to find his seminars, you can go to Small Business BC and you'll find him. At least once a month, he gives a talk over there. And he's a really, really good speaker. He is going to help you to get your content out to the public. So without further ado, I want to introduce you to Mr. Guy Steves. Welcome, Guy.
Thanks, Richard.
Great. Now, first of all, I'd like to know, what is your background, like, you know, your education, your job background? Can you tell me?
Sure. Well, I've always been in marketing. It's when I worked in the restaurant business, my favorite customers were marketers, and so that's the direction I went in. And so I attended BCIT and got my marketing diploma from there, and then went into high tech. And I was in the software space with a CRM company, a local one called Maximizer. And then from there, I worked with a lot of small businesses. And then I went back to BCIT and taught electronic marketing. And when I finished teaching that for 10 years, it was time for me to go to work for Constant Contact, which is the company I'm with right now.
The one that you're so knowledgeable. What a background. I remember Maximizer, a very good program.
Yes.
Yeah, great. So, describe your company for me. Like, how big is it?
Sure. Constant Contact's a public company, and we have customers in 150 countries. We have over 500,000 small business customers, and that's our focus. By definition, a small business in Canada is 100 or less, but our sweet spot is really 10 or less, or in Vancouver, I would say 5 employees or less. And we're the biggest email service provider in the world for small business. And we have software as a service in email marketing, social media marketing, surveys, polls, and event marketing as well.
Wow, quite a handful. Quite a handful. Great. So, you are located in Vancouver, right?
Yes.
And do you also cover other areas?
Yeah, right now my responsibility is Western Canada, but BC and Alberta have been where I've spent most of my time delivering seminars and developing relationships with small business influencers such as Small Business BC, Chambers of Commerce, Community Futures, and I'm also looking to develop a channel of partners that can help speak at seminars and also implement online marketing for small business.
So it's really good to have somebody here that's a real person, right, to talk to.
Well, that's just it. I mean, the World Wide Web can be an impersonal medium. You got to try to make it as personal as you can, and so we, have a representative. I'm one of only 2 employees in Canada for Constant Contact. My colleagues in Toronto, and we really work together to kind of look at a national perspective for Canada for small business.
Great, great. So, why are you so different from your competitors?
It's a very competitive space. We're the biggest, and that doesn't always mean the best, but we have fantastic customer service. So when you phone support for software, typically there's a wait. We keep that wait down to a minimum, and we have over 200 people on the phones. But really what's most important for you to know is we provide you with a coach. Even if you're on a trial of one of our products, we provide you with a coach that can help you get up and running in email and social media marketing. So that's really the key differentiator.
I understand, yeah. I think that coach is really important because there's so much information nowadays. So your coach would direct us to say, if I want to go into Facebook, you would direct us to how to go and exploit, Facebook, right?
Well, we have a dashboard, so when you are in the email part of it and you're in the social media part, we work with Facebook through our program. So you set up your Facebook business page so that it connects with your constant contact page. In terms of Facebook support, we don't do that directly. We do it as to how it relates with our program, but we do have a great website called socialquickstarter.com, which will help you get onto Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn, all the things that a small business wants to do and do better.
I guess you guys also want to know, right? How can a company help us, right? Before we can choose you as the company.
Yeah. Well, I mean, our big focus is on being of service. So we provide free and low-cost seminars, and they're best practices seminar, and they're soft sell. And so I get a lot of small businesses and not-for-profits and organizations coming in because they want to either get started or do a better job of maximizing their online marketing reach. So we look to partner with people to make it easy for a small business to get going because, you know, honestly, it can be pretty daunting out there to get going, formulating a content strategy and trying to go out there and to build your business when you have to run your business.
Wow, that is really helpful. Because I'm one of those guys, right? And I'm finding, wow, so much to learn, right? In addition to what I have to do for business, right? Like I have a wealth building program, and I have to learn about what I do, and on top of that, now I have to learn brand new things like Facebook and Twitter, and how am I going to, you know, connect with people?
Well, I mean, I think that the new term that we're going to talk about is engagement marketing. And I think that's, if you can think about that, because I think intuitively you know what engagement marketing is. And just so maybe to remind you, the World Wide Web is the only interactive medium out there. So we're looking at taking that interactive potential and really turning it into an engagement strategy. So you're developing relationships, you're exchanging. It's the audiences and customers are learning about you and you're learning about them, and that's really how we develop business for small businesses.
So the engagement is the key to the whole thing.
Engagement is the new buzzword. It's the phrase that we're trying to coin. So we wrote a book about it because we find that primarily a lot of people are so focused on getting likes, for example, on Facebook, that they forget about the engagement factor. So 1,000 likes I don't think is as good as 500 likes when there's a lot of engagement going on, a lot of interaction on your Facebook business page, for example.
So the content is very important then.
Yeah. Content has been, is, and always will be king, but now with social media, it's relevant, shareable, timely content, because sharing is the cool new thing. So if you're coming up with original content, or you're retweeting or sharing content, you're really endorsing it when you're sharing it. And then your audiences in turn will share that to the people that they know, because we do know that a market is a conversation. It's really the premise of supercharging your online marketing.
Fantastic. Well, unfortunately, we're going to take a break. It is so interesting. So we'll see you back again. Don't turn the dial.
Money and You is sponsored by Elise Chocolate, the almondy toffee chocolate.
Hi again. We're just talking to Guy Steves of Constant Contact, and we're just getting very excited about the engagement marketing. One thing I realized is that, you know, in the engagement thing, right, there are different ways of doing it, right? Not just restricted to email. Can you elaborate a bit?
Sure. We feel that email marketing and social media marketing are the primary components of engagement marketing for a small business. But that doesn't mean that surveys and polls and event marketing, trade shows, they're all part of engagement marketing. But with respect to online, the most powerful dynamic duo is really permission-based email marketing and social media marketing, and how they work together. I say that if all things are equal for a small business person, that a Facebook business page is really the sweet spot and where you want to focus your attention if you haven't got started yet.
I see. So Facebook is the one that you recommend. Why?
Well, for one thing, it just ticked over to 1 billion people have a personal profile page on Facebook. So your audiences are there, your customers, your partners are there. So you need to be there. And Facebook provides us the opportunity to have a blog, to promote events, to post content, to post pictures, to have people interact with you, to list, join my mailing list. So all these things are in one online tool, which is the biggest in the world, really. So it's got the best bang for your buck in terms of an online marketing tool for small business.
What about Twitter then?
Twitter, I personally like Twitter. It's probably the most mysterious social media platform out there. But from a learning perspective and a listening perspective, and maybe we could go to that second slide about listening, Twitter provides you with an opportunity to tune into and listen to the most important conversations that are going on in your space. And as a small business person, in aromatherapy, for example, you want to know what's being said about aromatherapy, what trends are there, what the do's and the don'ts around aromatherapy that your customers would want to know about. So wow. Twitter gives you an opportunity really to be the guru, to be the expert, and it's a microblog. And so you should be known for your expertise, and Twitter provides you with a platform to really publish that on the World Wide Web.
Do you find that the Twitter is more like business to business, or is it also to business to customers?
I think it's both B2C and B2B. It provides you with an opportunity to really go out there and to distill the information that's on the web and bring it down and spoon feed it out to your audiences over the course of a year. Follow better people, and you watch when you put out good content, people will follow you who want to know about your expertise.
So that's why you call it, Are You Listening, right?
That's right. Yeah, with my social media earrings there, you need to listen also to make sure that you hear about what's going on with your business. From a positive standpoint, that's easy, but from a negative standpoint or a critical comment that comes on your Facebook page, there's tools out there for small business that are free that allow you to listen online to something that's maybe gone wrong for your organization.
So how about LinkedIn then?
Yeah, LinkedIn is the fourth most popular and probably been around the longest in terms of social media platforms. It's more business focused. The audience, the demographic is older, and it's more male skewed. And in terms of hiring and putting jobs out there, it's great, but it's great for networking and business development, especially if you sell large ticket items and long sales cycle. LinkedIn is really the social platform for you.
You guys, did you get that? Wow, so much information there. Well, the next one is Google+. I mean, that's a new one, right?
Yeah. So Google+, I'm not going to bet against Google for making 3 mistakes in a row.
Wow.
And so I really think that the circles are great. I think that Chris Brogan, who's really kind of the king of social media right now, he's high on Google+. And I'm on it. It's just one more thing to add to the repertoire, and you can only load so many rocks in the truck. But Google+, I think, is Google itself is powerful. It's doing a lot of great things. And for a small business, there's something there for you. It's just a matter of going out to the webinars and the seminars and figuring out how you can fit what you want to do with what Google+ can provide you.
Well, how about the Pinterest, right? The new one.
Yeah. Pinterest is the fastest, has been the fastest growing social media platform out there. It, I believe, grew to millions of clients and accounts faster than anybody else. It recently passed LinkedIn. It's the 3rd most popular social media platform out there. It's very female focused. I believe it's between 70 and 90%. It caters to women. It's all about pictures. And obviously a picture is 1,000 words, but you can put key words against that. And if you have a business that lends itself to being visual, then you should investigate what Pinterest can do for you.
Yes, remember, Pinterest, eh? For the women. I guess men can also get on, right?
Well, sure. For men that are in touch with their feminine side, I'm sure you want to get on there. But yeah, absolutely. It's just that women caught on to it. There's something for men there, especially if your audience is women. If your customer is women, then you're a man. You want to make sure that that's how you market.
Right. Good point. So should I go rush into it and do everything all at once?
Yeah, that's a great question. It's overwhelming. It can be overwhelming.
Yes.
And I think you really need to ask for help. If you're not the type of person that can grab on to all of these tools and your technical acumen maybe isn't there, you need to get some help, whether it's from younger people that understand the tools, to consultants, or to some help from the different resources that are available in Vancouver. But you do need to focus in and not be a mile wide and an inch deep. It's just going to make you look like you haven't done a lot of things right. So I recommend you look at email and Facebook at the beginning as that pair and grow from there once you've figured out your content strategy.
So how is your company going to help me, going on Facebook? What do you recommend that I do then?
Yeah. So we recommend that you get a Facebook business page, which you have a Facebook personal page. You have to have one of those in order to create a Facebook business page. And Facebook's going to give you an opportunity to engage with your audiences, have a blog post, and link your email newsletter to your Facebook business page and vice versa. Everything should be integrated. The secret is you want to reach your audiences on the channels that they want to be reached on. And so you want to not spread yourself too thin, keep it tight, but keep it focused. And again, a Facebook business page probably can bring the greatest return on investment for you when coupled with permission-based email marketing.
Great. Now, folks, if you want to learn more about it, either go to the website, the Constant Contact. Sorry about that.
Yeah.
Constant Contact. Or if you forgot about that name, always you can email us and we'll let you know what the website is, the website address. Because there's so much information there. And you really have to attend some of his seminars to really get the gist of it. So you can start using it and start, engaging other people and go on, their program, which I think is a very, very good program. So your company published this book, right?
Yep, yes.
How does that help you in doing what you're doing? Is it any help?
Absolutely. It helps position us as someone who's committed to small business. And if all things are equal in my mind, marketing is the difference. And engagement is one of those new terms that helps bring it all together in this digital marketing era. So we want to coin the phrase engagement marketing. And in order to do that, you have to write a book. So our president took the time to write this book, a very practical book that can speak to any small business or not-for-profit as to how they can maximize and leverage social media and email marketing for their business to grow it. Because it's tough, it's competitive, but you really need to get the awareness factor going for you. And if someone doesn't know about your company or your organization or you, chances are they're not going to buy from you. The best chance you have is to think about the fact that your customers or clients' prospects are your next best prospect for your business. So focus in on supercharging word of mouth.
I also found that there's a lot of examples that they got in this book. So where can we get this book?
You can buy it online from Chapters Indigo. It's available in all major bookstores. There's usually a couple of copies there. And, but again, it's under $20 in Chapters Indigo. I highly recommend it. It's not a fluffy book. I think it's a very practical, valuable book that you can take in your small business and read it once or twice and take out of there and put in things like everybody has a circle of influence, and it talks about the engagement marketing cycle, and you'll be able to relate your small business with the challenges presented in there and with the opportunities.
So you really further define engagement, right?
Yeah, we expand on it. I mean, really, it's about a great experience. It's about enticing people to stay in touch, and it's about engaging your audiences so that you get social visibility, and that introduces new people and new customers to your business.
Well, do you see that the engagement marketing is going to replace advertising agents?
Well, it's tough for a small business to afford an ad in a magazine or a spot on a radio, all due respect to those mediums. And so really, most social media tools are low cost and no cost. Vancouver has Hootsuite, a tremendous tool to help small business. They have a freemium in there. So to me, it's traditional marketing has its place, and if you can afford it, it's fine as part of an integrated marketing strategy. But I really think if you want to get the most for your small business, it's social media marketing and email marketing.
Fantastic. So what kind of difficulties have you encountered?
Well, small business, I think, has the personality of an entrepreneur who wants to do it all themselves. So it's hard to let go of that control. But I really think that, you know, you have to run your business, and some of you have to admit to the fact that you need to get some help, to get some third party in, to ask you the good questions, and maybe either teach you how to fish or fish for you with respect to social media marketing, because it can be daunting, challenging, and time consuming, especially out of the gate.
Wow. I hope you guys get all of it. Again, if you don't get it, right? If you don't get it, just write to us and we'll let you know the website. I find that this is so new, the social media thing, and it's so overwhelming that we really need some guidance. And Guy here has really provided a lot of guidance. It's for me, you know, I really went to his seminars, I studied it, and I want to start doing that too myself. But I understand. I have the same problem as you do. So take your first step. Go to a seminar. And then thank you for watching us. And don't forget to follow us. Thank you.